Today on the Hangout, our finals preview. Will the Warriors walk away champions once again, or is it time for King James to take his crown? Plus, we got to break down the Toronto Raptors' 23rd overall pick right here on Hangout. Basketball fans, my name is Akil Augustine, and I should be at home on my couch watching the House of Cards, but I gotta work, so let's get this thing over with. This is the Hangout, Canada's home for talking hoops. That at the end of the couch is William Strickland, the Americanadian, and the co-founder of the Canadian version of Full Court 21.
No, I'm just the director. Of Full Court 21 Canada. My man Bobito Garcia invented the game. We'll talk about that a little bit later, I hope.
All right, well, shouts out to Bobito, a.k.a. DJ Cool Bob Love.
Don't say I'm unemployed.
No, you're not unemployed. I'm just saying you're a guy.
That's how I get introduced lately.
No, you're a guy now. In the winter, you're the producer of the Raptors broadcast. Right now, you're just a guy with long hair. Dan Gladman.
Yep. Long hair, going to rock concerts, and watching whatever basketball games we get on TV. Hasn't been many.
Long hair, don't care, but he is a Warriors fan all the way. I know that much for sure.
I'll go Raptors, but sure.
Okay. And
unemployed.
Unemployed? Yeah, is that, you want to be this is
freelance.
Freelance journalist.
I embrace the grind.
One of our favorites, Amy Audibert. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Let's jump right into it, guys. Amy, I'll start with you. Mm-hmm. Is there any chance this finals does not live up to the expected hype?
I mean, 99% of, I think, yes, it's going to be great. Of course, it's sports. I mean, how can we sit here and unless we all have some magical power say something crazy is going to happen, there's going to be a sweep. But, I mean, I would put a lot of my very small amount of money I have on the fact that we're going to see 6 or 7 games. Maybe 5, but I'd say 6 or 7.
What?
Wait,
No chance.
How many choices are you going to make here? I mean, at the end of the day, whether it goes 4, whether it goes 7, it's lived up to the hype because everyone anticipated this.
It's not going to go 4, though. Like, let's quit that out.
4 or 5.
I didn't say it was. I said whether it goes 4 or goes 7, the hype has already been lived up to because we got what we wanted.
No.
Because we got what we wanted.
If
because
it's a
we
sweep,
got what we wanted.
If it's a sweep, it doesn't live up to the hype.
No.
The hype is that it's 2 of the great teams of all time, and that it's going to be a battle, to the death, and to see who the best team in the league is right now, because they are so far ahead of everybody else in the league.
But we know it won't be a sweep. I'm just saying.
Anything less than 6 games, it doesn't live up to the hype in my mind.
Okay.
Agreed?
I got to agree.
I think you could go 5, but they'd be close. Like if they were close games.
Okay.
It'd still be a great series at 5.
So why wouldn't it be a great series at 4 close
I wholeheartedly disagree with that statement. I think
Okay.
it needs a little bit of someone.
You need some more drama to it.
Yeah, I need more drama.
Last year, it was 3-1 for Golden State. If Golden State had won Game 5, the series would have been a disappointment.
Yeah.
Huge disappointment.
Yeah.
So, changing focus now. Looking at this final, you got 2 of the premier players in the league, LeBron James and Kevin Durant. And my question here for you, Dan Gladman, is whose legacy is it more important to, LeBron or KD?
Oh, that's a great question because they're both kind of chasing different things. LeBron's legacy is to catch up and or surpass
The ghosts.
the greats, Jordan, Magic Johnson. But Durant, I actually think, has more on the line here because he doesn't want to become a player who never wins a championship, especially when he made this move specifically for this moment to win the championship. Look, LeBron is cemented as one of the great all-time players. If Golden State wins this series and Durant plays a key role, he elevates himself into a much higher class than he is right now.
I don't know. I think that there are going to still be detractors who look at the fact that he went to a team that already had a 2-time MVP on it, a team that won 73 games the year before, and he needed to go there to try and win. So I think there will still be detractors.
Well, there's the pressure, though. You better win. If you're going to leave Oklahoma City and you're going to jump on that team, there's a big pressure on Kevin Durant now to win a ring and be a big part of that as well.
And are those the same detractors like people say about LeBron? He had to go to Miami and team up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Well, when I look at what Chris Bosh did here in Toronto and all those great playoff wins here, and also those great playoff wins that Dwayne Wade had after Shaquille O'Neal left, when they won 15 games that one season. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
I remember that
We're
too.
talking about chasing a legacy, guys, and let's not forget, I don't think this is going to be Kevin Durant's last final appearance, and I don't think this is going to be LeBron's last final appearance either. So I think it's going to be a great series, and yes, chasing legacies, but this isn't going to seal the deal on either of their careers.
No, but whose legacies are more important to? Dan answered the question. The two of you said a lot of things, but neither of you answered the question.
Well, I would say it's Kevin Durant because LeBron submitted his. You come back from
Yes.
3-1 and lead both teams in every stat category
Yes.
in the finals, which has never happened before, along with being down 3-1 and winning it. That's GOAT status right there. But again,
Yes.
Kevin Durant.
I'm really trying to think of something to fight for LeBron just to create a little bit of fun here, but I got to go Kevin Durant as well.
And also, Dwayne Wade and Ray Allen, I mean, you know, they were kind of pushovers. It
No,
didn't
not
really
at all.
they didn't help LeBron with
Okay,
his
hold on,
first two
good.
titles.
That's a whole nother
Before we go
conversation.
too
That
far,
has nothing to do with it.
Before we go too far down that rabbit hole, there's another superstar that we got to talk about. 2 years ago, Steph Curry was the man. Dan was on this couch defending him as the best player in the world. That's changed.
Absolutely.
But
It has changed.
it has changed. You know,
Things
a bad
were proven
finals,
differently.
a bad finals last year, and Kevin Durant joining his team has kind of pushed him to the side. So we dreamed up this question: is an MVP caliber performance what it's going to take for us to bring Steph Curry back into the conversation of being one of those GOAT type players? Amy.
I have to disagree. I mean, when you look at point guards who are surrounded by the players he's surrounded by, why does he have to drop 30 to be great?
He doesn't defend. He doesn't
Right.
really pass. He doesn't.
You have to do
really-
something.
He doesn't really do much else except score.
Well, let other guys step up and score, and let him be a great
Well,
distributor.
well,
The
but he's
biggest,
not a great distributor.
the most important thing for I believe a point guard to have is they have to be great at making decisions. So if you have a point guard that's making great decisions
So would you
and
say Steph
utilizing
does that?
your amazing cast around you, then you still got to be considered a great player.
Steph does that?
I think so.
Really? What
Steph-
what does he excel at other than shooting the
Steph
ball?
is a great player because he shoots the ball.
Yeah.
He does average 8-9 assists per game,
No, he's-
which is it's not top of the league, but it's very
Listen,
nice. He
My
also
argument is you put a lot of point guards on that team with those shooters and those playmakers in that offense. A lot of guys are getting 7+
that's
assists.
beside
Yeah,
the
but
point.
yeah, think of the range he has. You're forcing a defender to come out that far and opening things up for your Kevin Durant and your Klay Thompson and everyone else to step up and do things too, because he's proven that he can hit shots from pretty much anywhere on the court consistently.
Wardell, Stephen
inside
Curry.
half court.
Wardell, Stephen Curry has to have a superlative series this year because the past two, he's not done what he's supposed to do as the MVP of the league 2 years in a row. And so he has to show up and at the same time defer when it's necessary for Kevin Durant to shine as well. That's going to be a difficult task, and with no Steve Kerr on the bench to do that, it might be even more.
Okay, wait, quickly, we got to go to break. There's lots more hangout coming up. Who you got? How many? Will Strickland.
Cavs in 7.
Dan Gladden.
Cavs in 6.
What? Cavs?
I don't want
Golden
them to,
State.
but-
I'm saying Golden State in 6.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you already know where I'm at. Cavs in 7. Keel Augustine signing out. We'll be back with more. Canada's home for Talking Hoops. This is the Hangout. We got to talk about some of the other guys. Yeah, we talked about Curry, but we ain't talked about Kyrie. The big point guard matchup. We'll break that down and more when we return on Hangout.